welcome to Simply Fishing. As you all know, my name is David. I got Crystal behind the camera. We went out offshore this morning, ended up getting about 3 sharks, got some bait fish. Wasn't a great bite today, but we had fun catching sharks. We only kept one, allowed to keep 2. We only kept one because that would be enough to get a couple meals for our family, and that's all we're really after. We're having fun of it. The other ones went free. If you watch our previous video, you'll see them, catch them, and see us having fun out there on the water. What I want to do today was had questions, had a video on how to clean a stingray, had questions about sharks, a bunch of people asking questions. So today is going to be all about how to clean a shark. Got a nice small one here. We like these small ones. You don't get a ton of meat, but it's just a better quality meat. Way I like to do it, I already got him gutted. Like to get him gutted early, cleaned up, helps preserve it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and take my knife. I got my Danko knife that I always use. Nothing fancy about it. Their skin is very, very tough. There's a little plate right here. You can kind of find that plate, and you can hear my knife has to work to get through this skin. Now there's meat all the way up in here. This is where the point of the knife comes in. If you can get that point in there, and that's just a matter of getting through those hard parts. And like I say, this ain't necessarily the only way to clean a shark. Like I say in all my videos, it isn't the only way to do it. It's just the way I like to do it. So once I get that free, bring it all the way up in. We want to get all that meat, as much meat as we can off of it. Every animal we clean, we want to get as much meat as we can. We'll come over to the other side, same thing, find our line. Now what you got to be careful when I'm holding it like this, I'm holding it on the sides. I know right where the mouth is, right where those teeth are, because I don't want to be there. Find that hard bone again right there. You can see that hide is tough. This is a sharp knife. It still has to work to get through. So once you get through the skin, coming back around, and we're just going to work around it. Use the point, get in there, rip down through, point, dig around. Just like that. There's this hard plate right in here. You can see right there. It's that hard plate. Just got to get around that. Once you get around that, using the point of the knife coming up, set my knife over there for a second. Usually at this point you can kind of crack. You can hear it crack.
That's a beautiful sound.
You can pull that right off. The head and the fins right there. Like I say, you got to be careful when you're unhooking them, doing whatever. They are razor sharp, multiple rows of little teeth. Not a huge mouth, but enough to hurt. Just use the little bit of blood on the board there.
Rinse it again.
All right. So what I'm going to do now is on the same thing, using the point of the knife. I like to start right here at the fin, get that point in there, and get around this fin. And I'm basically reaching all the way through. I got my little belly flap here, and I'm going to come right up that fin. You notice on this one I'm using a little bit of a sawing motion. On a lot of other fish fillets, you just slide it right through. Now that I got that, I'm using that fin for reference now, because I know that's going to be in the center. They got a cartilage backbone, as you can see right here. And I want to follow right down that backbone, because I want to get as much meat off that back as I can. And I'll show you why we want to save all that meat, because we're going to lose some other ones later. So we're going to give up some meat in one spot to get as much as we can in another spot. And get back to the tail, you got a little fin right there. Usually about there is where you're kind of losing your meat on these. So that's one. I'll set him off to the side for a second. Skin side down on the truck. I'll flip it over. Same thing. I'll take the point of my knife. Going in right there. Point of my knife coming back at you. Right around that fin. And this is at the point now, you can do it a couple ways. You can see your backbone right here. So I can actually come on this side and score it.
Ugh.
Splattered my wife there a little bit. Score it. If you can get under that spine right there, that makes it easier for you. I'm just trying to get under that spine. Like I say, I always do this. You see me always on the tailgate of my truck. Cutting board spins around nice and easy for me.
I'm gonna get you a cleaning station one day.
My portable cleaning station. Like I say, Once we get back here to these fins, not much meat left back there. So I'm gonna take it right through. You got your fin and a spine. So you see there's not a lot of waste on that, on these sharks. And that's one of the things we like about them, not a lot of waste. Next thing is, right here, a couple things we're gonna trim off. A little bit of meat we're losing on that, but there's cartilage and all right in there. Not worth fighting it. Same thing right here, there's the other one. Get the point of the knife in there. And I'll let you notice I flip mine back and forth a lot because, well, if you can, it's easier to see where you're going. Keeps your fingers out of the way. You can actually feel where that cartilage comes down in through those fins. And all we're trying to do is get rid of that area. Then there's a little line right down through. There's not much meat right in that section on a small one like this. So I'm just gonna score it with the knife. Take that off. Same thing, got our top fin right there. That cartilage comes down. Find the edge of that cartilage with our knife tip. Follow it on through. Hold it by the fin there. You know, so it just kind of let the weight of the fillet, it flops off.
This is what, okay, so this is why we do this before cleaning up. I'm covered in shark blood now.
A few little things like here. Little stuff, just kind of trimming it up as I go. Little cartilagey spots. Those different fins and things are.
You know where they are, you feel it.
You can feel it. You feel right here. There's a cartilage line right here. If you want to come in, you can almost see the separation naturally. There's a line of cartilage right there. So come under that line of cartilage. It's kind of like finding the pin bones on a little fillet. Got a little snapper or something like that, you're used to that kind of fishing. It's like finding the pin bones. Find those little things of cartilage, you just, not worth it. You might get you lose a little bit, but not much. Flip that over there. Now, here is the fun / tricky part. What I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna turn the camera off for a second. I'm gonna clean up my cutting board, clean up these fillets real quick. We'll come back with a clean surface and I'll show you how to get the skin off of these. All right, we are back. We got the fillets all cleaned up, got my cutting board cleaned off a little bit, knife cleaned up, hands cleaned up. Now we're ready to actually skin these. Now the thing to remember with shark, and the reason I want to do this video, sharks pee through their skin. So you get, they got on the outside here, you can kind of see it coming in here. There's a big blood line on these sharks. You can see it all the way out to the edges here. And the meat on right next to the skin, that is not the good stuff. So what I always recommend, leave yourself just that little tab, like on any fish, and you come under here. On a normal fillet, you're gonna sit this right on the skin as close as you can. On the shark, you want to leave a little bit of meat there. That's why I always try and get as much off the backbone as I can, because I want to leave it on the backside here. So don't try and scrape all the way down to the skin. So I'm gonna leave that little bit. And if you leave that little bit, you notice I'm not getting any of that bloodline. So that's what I want to do. I'm cut a little bit, and then you check your depth. And I'm gonna cut. Normally little fillets, you pull it on through. Sharks have that tucky skin. You cannot just pull it on through. So just take your time with your knife. Make sure you got a good knife, and just take your time, work through, reposition as needed, and then check yourself. You can see I'm starting to get a little deep there, and you can see that bloodline. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna restart that line. So the easiest way to do it, take that section off, and you can see that's a nice clean piece. Put that in the ice bucket there, and I'm going to restart. I'll actually turn this around, and I'll restart from this end. That there, leave myself that little tab just to hold on with. Get it started, not too deep into the meat. And that's the hard part, is your natural instincts want to
What's that white film?
You got that white film right there, is just silver skin from the belly line.
You'll cut that off?
That will be peeled off in the house before we cook. Same thing, just holding it down, working through. And if you mess up on this part, like I just did there, my knife started getting away from me there, easy. Just come back to the top side. You can roll it back. So I have shape of the fillet, got a little angle. This one, just a little tiny bloodline. Just want to get that out. That's not bad, but I say, bloodlines on sharks are not good, not appetizing. So the easiest way to do it, just trim the little pieces off. I say it's better to lose the little bit of meat right here than to have to deal with that bloodline. I say it's just a matter of angling that knife with a little bit. Get those pieces off, nice clean one. Another piece right here. Same thing. Take the knife, try and get in here. Hold him down at the right angle. Roll it back. Just like that. Oh, throw that there. Throw that one in there. Got a nice shark skin. My kids are inside. Right now they're not out here with us, but this one thing they love is the shark skin. If you go this way, smooth, slick. If you come back this way, you can almost smooth on one direction. The other way, sandpaper. Which I don't recommend doing that with your knife. All right, one more fillet. Same thing. Starting on the big end this time. I'm gonna get it all the way to my edge of my board here. Make it easier on me. I'll start at the end this time so y'all can see a little bit better. I'm starting right in there. Put my fingers here to hold it a little bit. Get the knife started. And just saw it along. Like I say, the hardest thing is trying to keep that knife straight down the fillet. The natural instincts are to go downward at an angle like a regular fillet. If you can keep that knife straight, you get a cleaner cut. That skin away. There's that piece, nice and clean. Put him over here. Starting on the end. Same thing. The very last piece, you always get that little bit. Just nice clean piece. Got the bloodline right there. Cut that out. Nice clean piece. Trash, and you got your leftover skin. Got that extra meat you leave on the skin, but it gets rid of all that bloodline. Now we're gonna go inside and we're gonna cook dinner. All right, so we're inside. I already started part of the shark. I want to show you all exactly how we're preparing this today. You just watch us clean it. Now you're gonna watch us eat it. If you watched our other video, then you saw us catch it, and now you're watching us eat it. If you didn't see the one or the other, there's two videos, one for catching, one for cleaning. Check them both out. What I like to do, got my shark, the fillet you saw earlier. This is a piece of it. Nice clean meat. Got my nice knife. So what I'm gonna do is take the knife, come at an angle. I want to cut these nice and thin at an angle across that grain. So you get these nice thin pieces, maybe 1/4 inch thick at max, nice and eaten. Just cut them out, lay them out. You get this last little section here. Just cut that one down the middle. Lay these out, move it out of the way. Now I got my plate. On this plate I have teriyaki, soy. I'll simply set them in there. Just like that. On one side of them, we just want to put a little bit of the Everglades fish and chicken. Just a nice light dusting. Don't need too much because the soy and the teriyaki are going to do the rest. And then just a little bit of black powder. And I got to be careful because the top is broken on this one. So just a light dusting there. And I'll take them, work them around. I'm gonna get them flipped over. Let them sit there for just a minute, just like that. Wipe my hands off. I'll put the knife away, put this stuff away, and we'll see you at the stove. All right, we're at the oven now. We got our shark that we just prepped. This is the shark batch I already cooked. In the pan, got a nice hot cast iron skillet going on medium high. Olive oil, a little bit of butter. So we're gonna get some popping out of it with the moisture in the fish. Just gonna take these nice thin pieces, I'm right in the middle. This is going to go fast, okay? With a high heat, thin pieces, quick sear. And all we're gonna do is looking for that color on the meat. You see those edges turn really white really quick. The edges are gonna turn white. We're gonna let it go just a hair longer. And we're gonna flip. And I tell you, this is going to be quick with these because it's so small. First flip is in the book. Second flip coming up. And what we're looking for is this nice color. We'll move them around a little bit, make sure nothing sticks. Try to do these in small batches. Keep them from sticking on you. And what we're trying to achieve, I'll take a piece right here. This is right here. Shark is a denser meat, so if you do it like this, a nice thin cut, you get that flaky meat, just like that. And that's what we're trying to get, that nice flaky color. We're gonna flip them again, and all we're doing is color check. See that golden brown? I'm gonna pull it off. Over here on the other burner, you'll see me got a stir. I've got a little risotto going. I'm gonna do a risotto with a mushroom risotto. So give that a stir. Pull this out. This one will check. Pull that one out. And that one. Last one. Turn the heat off. Finish up the risotto. And we'll see you at the dinner table. Okay, we are back. We are at the table. It took a minute to get the kids here, get them organized, but we all made it. We also got my mom here with us tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you my plate, show you what we got. Then we're gonna have a little prayer and let everybody try it. I'm gonna show you my plate real quick. We have our mushroom risotto, some chopped scallions, and then our flaky shark. So what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna do our prayer, and we're gonna dig in. All right, y'all ready? Are we gonna pray? Carl's version of prayer now is always over the top. Everybody has to go around and say something, and then he starts and he ends. So we're gonna go around the table.
We go around again. So.
And he's already started.
Grandma's turn.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and time together with family.
We have a good day to go. Mama. Tell me a good time in heaven. Mama.
Thank you for the safe trip on the boat this morning.
Dada.
Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you for this evening. Time to spend with our family and go. And Carl is finishing.
Amen.
Amen. All right, now we're going to dig into our food. We're going to start right here. Crystal's going in first.
Tell them what kind of this.
Atlantic shark nose. Flaky shark.
That's pretty good. Do you like it, Carl?
Shark.
Carl is already into it. Yay or nay, Carl? Are we good?
Shark. Just kind of.
Yeah, and that's your shark.
Yeah, blah.
You like that a lot?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there it goes.
That was a big
Coming
bite.
around Tommy.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, there's a big bite of shark for Tommy. Tommy's giving it a thumbs up. And did Grandma like the shark? Or did you try it yet?
Very good.
All right. So, thank you for watching. Remember, if you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We're getting close to a milestone of 1,000 subscribers, and we'd love you to be part of it. Come join us on the rest of our lives and the rest of this adventure we're going on. Pole bent again. Crystal was closest, so she grabbed it.
I might regret this.
She's